This week, Apple did something it almost never does. It raised the price of the MacBook and the iPad by up to $300, and openly admitted why. The surge in memory and storage chip costs had reached a breaking point. Apple's stock had its worst single day in over a year. Microsoft raised Xbox prices the same week by up to $150. Headlines everywhere are calling this a crisis for big tech, but while everyone was watching the Apple chart turn red, two other stocks were doing the exact opposite. Institutional money was rotating straight into them. One of them jumped over 20% in a single trading session. The reason both of these moves happened on the very same week is not a coincidence. It's the same root cause. Micron Technology just reported one of the most explosive earnings beats in semiconductor history. And the companies sitting closest to that explosion are not the ones making headlines. Today on Future AI Stocks, I'm John A.G. Let's break down exactly who these two companies are and why this matters more than the Apple headline itself. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. Here's the connection most coverage is missing. Industry tracker TrendForce reported that DRAM prices rose as much as 98% in the first quarter of 2026 alone, with another 58 to 63% jump expected this quarter. Some analysts have nicknamed this stretch Ramageddon. It's being driven by the explosive build-out of AI data centers, which are consuming memory and storage at a pace the global supply chain simply cannot match. Apple confirmed this directly in its own statement, saying it had never seen a component price increase this much, this quickly. That statement isn't marketing language. It's a company with the best supply chain leverage on earth admitting it lost a negotiation to a shortage. Now look at the other side of that same shortage. On June 24th, Micron reported fiscal third quarter revenue of $41.46 billion, up 346% year over year, smashing analyst estimates of roughly $35.3 billion. Gross margin hit 84.6%, GAAP net income came in at $28.24 billion, and Micron guided next quarter's revenue even higher to roughly $50 billion. Micron also disclosed 16 separate 5-year strategic customer agreements, worth a combined $22 billion in locked-in commitments. Here's the key insight. Everyone focuses on GPUs and processing power when they think AI stock, but none of those chips are useful without somewhere to store and retrieve the data they generate. That's the layer Apple just got squeezed on, and it's exactly the layer where today's two stocks operate. First up, SanDisk, ticker SNDK. In one sentence, SanDisk makes NAND flash memory, the high-density storage chips used in everything from smartphones to enterprise solid-state drives to AI data center storage arrays. Unlike Micron, which spans DRAM and NAND broadly, SanDisk is a more concentrated, pure-play bet specifically on flash storage pricing and supply. The day after Micron's earnings, SanDisk stock jumped roughly 21 to 22% in a single session, its best day since January, after Citigroup raised its price target from $2,025 to $2,500 and reiterated a buy rating. That move wasn't random. SanDisk had already reported its own blowout quarter days earlier, revenue of $5.95 billion, up 251% year over year, far ahead of the $4.73 billion analysts expected. Earnings came in at $23.41 per share against an expected $14.66. Guidance for the current quarter calls for $7.75 to $8.25 billion in revenue. The thesis here is simple. SanDisk doesn't need a new product to grow right now. It needs the shortage to continue. Every flash chip it already produces is being sold into a market where prices are rising faster than supply can respond. That's an extraordinarily favorable position for a chip maker, but it's also a temporary one if the cycle turns. The stock has had a staggering run in 2026, with some trackers putting the year-to-date gain at several 100%. That kind of move means a huge amount of optimism is already priced in Twartors, and it's worth knowing that before researching any single name further. Second name, Western Digital, ticker WDC. In one sentence, Western Digital makes high-capacity hard disk drives, the kind used to permanently store the massive volumes of data AI systems generate during training and inference. CEO Irving Tan put it plainly on the company's own earnings call. Virtually every AI workload, from training to inference to physical AI like robotics, creates data that ends up stored persistently on HDDs. The Q3 fiscal 2026 numbers back that up directly from the company's own filing. Revenue came in at $3.34 billion, up 45% year over year. GAAP gross margin topped 50% for the first time, hitting 50.2%. Diluted EPS came in at 8.20 GAAP, with non-GAAP EPS of $2.72. Off the back of that strength, the company raised its quarterly dividend by 20%. What makes Western Digital's setup interesting is that management says it doesn't need new factories to keep growing. It just needs higher capacity drives. The company currently ships drives averaging around 23 terabytes, with new technology targeting 40 to 44 terabytes already in development. That means exabyte growth and revenue can keep climbing without the capital expense of building new plants. The stock has had one of the largest runs on the entire S&P 500 this year, with multiple trackers citing year-to-date gains well over 100%, alongside multi-year supply agreements with hyperscale customers extending into 2028 and 2029. Worth noting for balance, in the immediate aftermath of Micron's earnings, some memory and storage names, including Western Digital, actually dipped slightly in after-hours trading, even as SanDisk spiked. That's a reminder that short-term reactions in this sector can diverge sharply from the underlying multi-year thesis. Let's be balanced here, because this is exactly the kind of setup where caution matters most. Risk 1, both stocks have already made parabolic moves. When a stock jumps 20% in a day, profit-taking often follows just as fast. Several reports already show these names pulling back sharply within days of their biggest gains. Risk 2, memory and storage are historically cyclical. Today's shortage-driven pricing power can reverse just as quickly once new capacity comes online industry-wide, which has happened in every previous memory cycle. Risk 3, valuations are stretched after these moves. Stocks trading at many multiples of where they started the year leave very little room for disappointment in future earnings. Risk 4, customer concentration risk. Both companies depend heavily on a small number of hyperscale and consumer electronics customers. Any shift in those relationships affects results quickly. These are the exact data points worth tracking in the next earnings cycle before drawing your own conclusions. Here's the frame to take away from this entire story. Apple's price hike and Micron's record earnings are two sides of the exact same event. A global memory and storage shortage driven by the scale of AI infrastructure being built right now. One side of that shortage hurts consumer electronics margins. The other side is creating record profitability for the companies that actually produce the memory and storage chips. SanDisk, SNDK, a concentrated bet on NAND flash pricing power during the shortage. Western Digital, WDC. The hard drive layer that stores the data every AI workload produces, growing through higher drive capacity rather than new factories. None of this is a recommendation to buy either stock. This is the supply chain story behind this week's biggest tech headlines, and it's worth understanding before forming your own view. That's the real story behind Apple's price hike and Micron's record quarter, two storage names sitting directly in the middle of it, with real numbers and real context. If this helped connect the dots between the Apple headline and the bigger AI memory story, hit the like button. It helps future AI stocks reach more investors who want research, not hype. Drop a comment and tell me, SanDisk or Western Digital, which one are you watching closer? I read every comment. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's the time. Hit subscribe and turn on that bell icon. I'm John AG. I'll see you in the next one.